from the country. I like being able to go to a tree and picking a fruit and eating it. I don't want to go to a grocery store and have to pay for it, because those were natural God-given resources that we now have to pay for. So if you consider that to be masculinity, then miss me with it. I hate when y'all use terrible examples of capitalism as what men have provided women. Men and women were hunter-gatherers in past societies before agriculture and all of this stuff became a thing. Stop crying, DJ. Lord Jesus. Oh, actually, it's okay. I do the same thing when y'all talking.
And more so seemed like the topic was a little bit about communication. I was just going to put my 2 cents. I was just going to say, when it comes to a relationship with anybody, when you're talking to them, the biggest thing is consideration and choosing them. You shouldn't be focused on trying to be right. You should be focused on doing the right thing. If you're having a conversation with somebody, it should be a consideration of, let me see what you're trying to say, because I'm not trying to push you away. I'm not trying to escalate the situation. I'm not more important than you, and you're not more important than me. I do want to see what you're talking about. I do want to understand what's going on. I also want you to hear me. I also want you to understand me. So let me come down to your level. I have to choose you, just like you're choosing me in this moment. I have to understand I'm not more important than you just because I feel like I have a bunch of emotions and things in this moment, vice versa. When you're having conversations with people, you should be looking to be on the same page with them, not run away from them or attack them or bring them down just because you feel like you're entitled to do so. That's all I wanted to say about communication that I feel will solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, True. I just wanted to quickly ask you, you were speaking about like society as we know it is masculinity on steroids, which I actually agree. I think that, claiming that we're in a democracy and gaslighting American citizens into thinking part of a democracy is snatching up a president from another country and stealing him because you don't like his politics. I think that is masculinity on steroids. It's a constant gaslighting. It's a constant fake sense of security. It's a constant, like, I mean, honestly, like, not y'all taking that man out of his bed, like, and saying we're in a democracy. Like, that's a joke, right?
We're
No.
Go ahead.
So, anyways, so all I have to say is that that's kind of funny, because when we talk about, like, we're not in masculinity on steroids. We are in capitalism, where what has happened is society has taken resources that were free. They took it, put it in a store that we now pay for. And when you talk about natural resources, I'm not talking about chips, because you know what? Charge for the chips. That's completely manufactured. But fruits, vegetables, water that you cannot legally catch water, right? In a lot of states, you cannot get produce. You can't grow it in your backyards. In Florida, they will come and find you if you try to grow oranges. Like, you cannot do that just on your own in a lot of places. If you call that masculinity on steroids, yeah, sure, I agree with you. But I do not consider that a good thing. I'm from the country. I like being able to go to a tree and picking a fruit and eating it. I don't want to go to a grocery store and have to pay for it, because those were natural God-given resources that we now have to pay for. So if you consider that to be masculinity, then miss me with it. I hate when y'all use terrible examples of capitalism as what men have provided women. Men and women were hunter-gatherers in past societies before agriculture and all of this stuff became a thing. Stop crying, DJ. Lord Jesus. Oh, actually, it's okay. I do the same thing when y'all talking. But anyways, so, like, the fact of the matter is that, like, that's not how it's always been, nor is it how it should be. But because your mind is very conquered, you think that's how it should be. I don't.
Go
ahead.
love
Go ahead. We're gonna jump into super chats right after that. Go ahead.
I think that
Don't do it, G.
compared to most people, my mind is a lot more expanded than you may give me credit for. I'm just trying to give an example, and again, you're doing your thing. This is your stick. I understand. It's interesting because I believe we're trying to have a progressive conversation, and you refuse to arrive in good faith. For whatever reason, you have a problem with the way America is run, commerce, all the things that you benefit from. I'm pretty sure you do not go to your job, wherever that may be, and work for free. I'm pretty sure that you appreciate the fact that you have electricity and that your daughter has clothes that you can go to the store that you do not have to
I
sew.
appreciate not being a slave.
Oh,
Yes.
let them talk. Let them
Sure.
talk.
I'm pretty sure you appreciate these things, right? So why I don't, that's what I'm saying. You have a keen ability of attacking what you don't like. And that's where you let, you kind of build your camp where it's macros and micros. There's a majority of things, particularly in this country, and I've been all over the world, but particularly in this country, that are extremely beneficial. Do we want to argue about the fact that there's certain taxes and things? Sure. Do we want to argue about the fact that natural resources that you say may have a tag to it, a tax to it? Sure. But most people in America, I would bet every dollar I have on it, most people in America would probably not want to trade their existence for other parts of the world. That's why we keep populating. I mean, you're a keen example. You're not even originally from here, and somehow, some way, you arrived here. So you're benefiting from the thing that you claim is problematic, capitalism, as you call it. And I think I've asked you once before, what would be a better system? What would you think would run better, more efficiently? That is one that we can scale, because with our capitalistic approach, people keep coming here to the fact that we got to work overtime to boot them out to get some stability going back. And but I'll land there.
Your stability doesn't happen without slave labor. You need illegal immigration to make this system run. That's how it was built. It was built on the backs of slaves for free. So therefore, there needs to always be someone here working for less than minimum wage to make it continue to run. If you boot all immigrants out, which I hope you do, I truly, as an immigrant, please send me back. I hope that y'all boot every immigrant out of this country, truly. And I want to see how it goes. When you have to pay every American full, at least minimum wage for every single job, especially agriculture, I would love to see how expensive your strawberries are at your local Trader Joe's.
Why do we have to boot you? You could book your own ticket and go back to where you came from.
I don't want to. I want you to take me there.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
whenever facts approach, there's always this crazy amount of deflection or going to a different space. The gentleman simply brought up the luxuries of having a grocery store, and somehow it morphed into this conversation about slave labor and all these terrible things. Obviously, we understand we have to take the good with the bad. Men, especially the men on this panel, most men, most people don't want there to be any slave labor. They don't want there to be any terroristic things that happen to those that are vulnerable. Uh, Men operate on a series of justice. We literally, like I said before, are having these conversations because men are inherently problem solvers. So we try to discuss in a way that will bring common ground. It's the only reason that we make analogies and metaphors, not for them to be taken super ridiculously seriously and then turned into this dramatic deflection. It's not even a way to really communicate as much as it is to be chaotic. So yeah.